In order to reach your next level of success, to achieve your big and audacious goals as an entrepreneur, you have to expand. It's about transforming your mindset, shifting the way you take action, and also redefining your very identity as a leader. Especially if you're serious about leveling up, you actually need to start thinking and acting like a high-level business owner you're becoming. So you need to stretch your beliefs, raise your vision higher, and realize that to hit those big dreams, you need to expand your identity, let go of rigid expectations, and allow the universe or God to help you co-create the reality you desire and learn to stay in the wish fulfilled. Let's break this down. What do I mean by expand your identity? To make your biggest goals happen, you've got to become the person who can achieve them. That's what expanding your identity is all about. Let's say you're currently thinking of yourself as someone who's just starting out in business, handling everything alone, but you want to grow your company. If your goal is to build a successful six-figure business, you need to stop thinking like a solopreneur and start thinking like a CEO. Someone who is building and leading a team. When you step into that higher level identity, you begin to make bigger decisions, take smarter actions, and attract the right support to help you. Even if you're a solopreneur right now, you can begin acting as if you already have a team. For example, you can map out your step-by-step procedures for doing certain tasks or try creating a new personality to handle admin duties. Let's role play for a second. Imagine you've created this new personality to handle your admin tasks and you call her Sarah or Jim. Okay? Here's how the internal monologue might go as you prepare to hand over the work. Okay, Sarah. Okay, Jim. This is your task now. I need you to check the emails every morning, organize them by priority, and once you're done, create a to-do list for me for the day. I'm going to focus on the creative side of things and high-level strategy. You're great at details, Sarah or Jim. You've got this. Now, when do you shift into Sarah's personality or Jim? Here's a trick. You can do this at the beginning of every workday, right when you sit down at your desk or whenever you need to step away from more creative or high-level tasks. It could be as simple as a mental switch, telling yourself, alright, it's time for Sarah or Jim to take over these admin tasks today. You don't need to wait until you're overwhelmed or have a mountain of tasks piling up before you start delegating. You can practice. Alright, shift into different personality. Alright, role play consistently so you get into the habit of shifting proactively. Now, let's say you've created another personality and we call them Bob, okay, as your go-to person for scheduling appointments and handling your DMs. Okay, Bob, I need you to create a weekly calendar, confirm all my calls, and block out time for deep work so I can stay focused. You're also handling all conversations in my DMs today, okay? Whether it's following up with potential clients or answering questions about my services. Are we clear on that? Again, when do you shift into Bob's personality? You do this at the beginning of the week when you're planning out your schedule. You can also set aside 30 minutes or an hour each day, and during that time, you step into Bob's personality. Okay, I'm Bob now. Okay, I will have conversations with people. I will reply to people's messages. I will comment on people's posts somewhere. Okay, and act as if you are your assistant. You are Bob. The key here is to set clear time blocks for when Bob is on duty and step into that personality at those times. Okay? Now, let's talk about letting go of rigid expectations. What do I mean by that? Well, too often, we get stuck on how we think things should be. For instance, as a coach or creator, you might set a goal to make $10,000 a month by the end of the quarter. You start obsessing over hitting the target. Even if it means working long hours or hustling non-stop, you've probably been posting a lot on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, hoping the algorithm will work in your favor. Maybe you've been trying new strategies like offering workshops or running ads and checking your following counts multiple times a day. But despite all your effort, you're not seeing the results you expected. You find yourself stuck in a cycle of doing more without ever pausing to ask, is this actually working? Am I reaching the right people? Is this the right strategy for my audience? When you let go of rigid expectations, you free yourself to see the bigger picture. You stop focusing so much on how fast things should happen and open yourself to new and unexpected ways to achieve your goals. Maybe the key to growth isn't posting more, but building stronger relationships with your current audience or focusing on growing your email list instead of just growing on social media alone. By being more open, you can now see opportunities people and partnerships or collaborations, a mentor who shares your vision, or even a team member who can help you scale. The right support starts showing up when you let go of control. Maybe you had past disappointments, bad experiences from other coaches or programs that didn't deliver. Now, when you really let go of your past disappointments, you can make space for the right support to show up. And lastly, in order to truly expand, you have to stay in the wish fulfilled. If you're into manifestation or law attraction like I do, you probably heard the advice, act as if your goals are already yours. It sounds simple, right? But we often struggle when we unknowingly attach ourselves to the how and when. Impatience kicks in. Why isn't it happening yet? What if this doesn't work out for me? I need to figure out every detail to make this happen. Instead of staying in the energy of already having our desires, we shift into lack, the fear of not getting what we want. This creates resistance, sabotaging the very outcomes we're working so hard to achieve. Okay, so why is it so hard to stay in the wish fulfilled? Well, there are so many reasons. Number one, maybe you focus too much on external evidence. I was guilty of this myself. Well, what do you expect? We live in a results-driven world, right? So it's natural to look for proof that our goals are manifesting. The problem here starts when we set very high expectations at a certain time frame, and if we don't get immediate results, we then start questioning everything, our worth, our strategy, and even the goal itself. That's why we're manifesting delay. Another reason is you probably have strong fear of the unknown. That's why it's so hard to actually trust the process. For many of us, this fear might stem from childhood experiences where things felt unpredictable or unsafe. So now as an adult, you try to control everything to avoid disappointment. This fear of the unknown is actually your inner child trying to protect you. But the very act of holding on so tightly, trying to control everything, is keeping you stuck. These are just few of the reasons why you may find it difficult to stay in the wish fulfilled. It's different for different people, but regardless, whichever it is, if you want to stay in the wish fulfilled, you need to get better with your visualization practices, okay? Because what you see in your mind creates your reality. Yes, there might be delays, but the more you visualize your desires as already yours, the more your energy aligns with that outcome. And then second, you also need to improve your relationship with the fear of unknown. You do this by digging deep why trusting the unknown feels scary for you. What limiting beliefs are actually driving that fear? And once you have that awareness, now you can change the stories you keep telling yourself, do some mindset work, and then start cultivating a deeper connection with your higher self or the universe. This will help you make peace with uncertainty and trust that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if you can't see the entire path ahead. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content on how to build a highly profitable soul-aligned business doing what you love. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.